I'd now like to introduce your salutatorians, Nicholas Pantoja and David Yelovich.
High class of 2016. As we gather here to celebrate not just the end of our high school careers, but the beginning of the next chapters of our lives, I'd like to give thanks to a few people. I'd like to thank all the wonderful teachers and administration for helping us grow both intellectually and emotionally. I'd also like to thank all my friends and peers for making me laugh every day, making these 4 years a blast. But most importantly, I would like to thank my family. Without my family, I would not be the person that I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for running right behind me as I chase my dreams and supporting me through all my endeavors. So, as I sat down to write this speech, I had a hard time deciding where to start. I thought to myself, how can I fit my entire 4 years of high school in a 2 to 3 minute speech? After much thinking, I had it. What better way to reflect upon my 4 years than using Scooby-Doo? Although Scooby-Doo is very entertaining with his cowardice humor, desire to eat, he and his gang have actually taught me some of the most valuable lessons in life. Starting freshman year, we were the Shaggies, awkward, immature, and too worried about where we were going to fit in to even begin to think of our future. Freshman year was our first big step in life. We wondered what to wear and who to hang out with. We yelled, like help, and zoinks. In face of obstacles like Powder 2013. However, like Shaggy, we kept persevering. In the words of Shaggy, oh me, oh my, well, can't you tell? I'm just like a turtle crawling out of my shell. And so we did exactly that. Shaggy taught us that bravery is not a lack of fear, but the ability to carry on despite being afraid. In freshman year, we learned despite all these fears, perseverance will lead us to success in achieving our goals. As we continued as sophomores, we became the Freds and Daphnes, thinking we were much cooler than the Shaggies, but in reality, we were one and the same. We updated our look to fit in and were able to recite every new fad. We did the Harlem Shake. We planked on everything, and I mean everything. And we did the Cinnamon Challenge only to regret it through our prolonged coughing fits. Despite our exploration of teen fads, sophomore year is when we all started to join clubs and get involved with our community. Similar to Fred and Daphne, we started to gain leadership in these clubs, whether it was through NHS, Key Club, CSF, student government, athletics, and many of the other clubs we have on campus. We gained an appreciation for helping others and developed a strong connection to service. When solving the mysteries, Fred always stated, let's split up gang. Fred and Daphne taught us that exploring new pathways can lead to the discovery of new talents, interests, and insights. In sophomore year, we learned that venturing off from our comfort zones to explore new clubs, classes, and sports was always beneficial. Then the monstrous junior year came. We became the Velmas, the brains behind the operation. We took AP classes, held leadership positions, and worked at our jobs. Sometimes junior year felt like we were drowning in the mounds of homework, midnight cramming sessions, stress, and like Velma, we always seemed to lose our glasses in times of panic. It was the year that colleges counted the most, the year where we had more responsibilities, the year we played on the varsity sports team or took part in the musical. With her iconic Jankies, Velma has taught us that despite life's responsibilities and many surprises, that it is important to pursue the things we love. Junior year, we learned that hard work and began to find our place in the midst of the chaos in high school. In our fourth and final year of high school, we are the Scooby-Doos. Entering senior year, we were like freshmen again, scared and fearful of our future. We questioned what colleges we would get into. We wondered if all our hard work would pay off. However, we did not let our doubt mask our humorous and positive outlook on life. Like Scooby-Doo, we enjoyed the presence of friends and laughed through all the serious times of life. We dressed up as ninjas, SpongeBob characters, and even seniors for Senior Survivor. We cheered at rallies, danced our heart outs, and mobbed it up at football games. In this crowd of students, I can see singers, volleyball players, speech and debaters, journalists, athletes, math whizzes. There's everyone. We all have our own unique stuff. Scooby-Doo has taught us to embrace our quirks and stay true to ourselves. Senior year, we have finally learned to be ourselves and to cherish the moments we have with our friends, as it will not last forever. In closing, your life will have chapters complete with crazy characters, villain, and a plot that you can't even imagine as you sit here today. Scooby-Doo has taught us to continue to persevere, continue to venture off from your comfort zone, continue to work hard and pursue what you love, and continue to stay true to yourself. Take the time and look at the clues and unmask your monsters. And sometimes the mystery of life are unsolvable, and that's okay. It's okay not to know what all the answers in life are right now. It's okay not to know what you're gonna do. But I do encourage you to follow your heart and intuition as you search for those answers. As we go off into the real world, just remember, we're not only the Shaggys, the Freds, the Daphnes, the Velmas, or the Scooby-Doos. We are the meddling kids that will make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Give me one moment here while I try and bustle with this mic. Friends, family, and distinguished faculty, good evening and welcome. My wonderful peers, thank you. The class of 2016. Congratulations. I'm honored and extremely proud to represent you tonight before we walk the stage and begin the next chapter of our lives. Before we turn that page, however, it might be best to consider how we arrived where we are today. It seemed not so long ago we were merely elementary grade school children counting down the minutes to recess. Of course, things change. In fact, change has been with us since the moment our lives began and has been the driving force behind the progression of our story. As we began high school, we were thrust into an environment completely foreign to us, an environment where class periods were twice as long, where we were unable to recognize a majority of faces on campus. The world around us, too, was changing. NASA landed the Mars rover Curiosity, and researchers in Geneva announced the discovery of the Higgs boson particle, signaling a new era of technological and scientific advancement. Records were shattered at the 2012 London Olympics. Gangnam Style was uploaded to YouTube and quickly became the most watched video in the history of the internet, eclipsing Justin Bieber's Baby and with it marking a distinct victory for humanity. And perhaps most fortunately for us, the end of the world was postponed from the end of the Mayan calendar to some other equally implausible date. Change persisted with us to our sophomore year. We took a dance unit in physical education, and I went from being a terrible dancer to, well, anyway. Social involvement and academic rigor took on an entirely new meaning our junior year, and in our senior year, for the first times, our immune systems failed to protect us from a crippling disease, senioritis. As debilitating as that condition was, we all made it, and the atmosphere in the stadium is fervent. Accompanying that enthusiasm, however, is another pervading sentiment. Most of us share some degree of unease or wariness regarding the prospects the future may hold. Why does this happen? A few short months ago, I couldn't wait to get away from mom and dad. I couldn't wait to advance my education as a math major. I suspect most of this discomfort can be attributed to the awareness that, once again, everything is going to change. Change is, ironically, the only constant this life holds for us. We have all waited impatiently for a time where things will finally settle down, only to realize that those things very rarely do. But if we can recognize this as we move forward, we need not merely experience the reality of change as we wait to catch our breaths. As a class, we have a tremendous capacity to undertake and achieve change for the good of all, a capacity which I can readily testify to. Each year, members of our class save countless lives by donating blood. Working with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we contribute thousands annually to cancer research with the knowledge that each and every cent gives hope to those who may feel very little. We support our community with enormously successful canned food drives and brighten the holidays of local school children with incredible programs like Santa's Helpers. And through students teaching students and volunteer tutors at Excel Roseville and the Salvation Army, we promote the love of learning and inspire young children to explore their curiosities. It is this ability to influence our community and the community around it that I implore you to remember as we depart Wood Creek. In the coming months, we may feel intimidated, anxious, and perhaps even a little scared as the world which we've grown accustomed to changes before our eyes. But as you look back upon the memories we have made here, know that the impact I am confident you will all have remains undiminished by this new experience of venturing out into the world and finding our place within it. I know the future holds incredible things for all of you, and I can't wait to see the places you'll go and the role you'll play in shaping the lives of others. Congratulations, class of 2016. Thank you.
Please welcome valedictorian Jaron Cock.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wood Creek High School class of 2016 graduation. It's an honor to stand in front of you today, and I've been looking forward to this honor for quite a while now. In the next few minutes, I hope that we can take a step forward together and begin to answer the questions that our friends, families, teachers, and even strangers have already asked us many times. What do you want to do when you grow up? Do you want to be a neuroscientist? A professional athlete, engineer, artist, computer scientist? Do you want to work for the government? When I hear that question, I always get this feeling inside of me that tells me that in that moment, I have to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life. But then I get the second feeling. It's more reassuring than the first because it tells me that I don't need to know what I want to do with the rest of my life. I don't even know what I want for dinner later. How am I supposed to decide what I want to do for the next 30 years of my life? And I don't think that's a bad thing, not knowing exactly what it is that you want to do. I think that for each and every one of us, our purpose is to find that. To find exactly what it is that we want to do with our lives. To find our passions. But it's not as easy as it seems. As teenagers, we're limited in what we can do. We can't travel the world and go soul searching. We're broke. The best soul searching that we can do is stand in our showers and contemplate life. But even though that search may seem impossible, finding our passions is inevitable. The truth is that we all have something that we're passionate about, even if it doesn't seem like it at first. Be it school, work, friends, family, or even a dream that we hope to achieve. That burning feeling exists within all of us. our passions may be something that we're not particularly good at. Our passions may be something that others don't approve of. Our passions may only reveal themselves in the distant future. But our passions are the jobs that we love to do. Our passions are the friends that we love to be around. Our passions are what we enjoy as much as humanly possible. And some of us have already found that passion. However, many of us are still trying to find that fire. And for us, a single spark is all that it takes to start a blazing inferno. Our passions are born when we catch just a glimpse of our true potential. And even so, the search for our passions can't be completed in an instant. Rather, it takes time. Time that those who are just graduating from high school have plenty of. Time that we can spend finding our passions. And today, we'll take that next step. And just like those before us, we have to find exactly what it is that we want to do. Of course, help from others is greatly recommended, but let no one else decide your future. Stay true to your passion, because no matter what anyone else says, the time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. Soon, the real challenge begins. It's our turn to find each and every one of our passions. It's our turn to answer the question, what do I want to do when I grow up?